Hi everyone. This is basically a redo from the last video. I didn't like the quality of the video. I've got this new camera and I'm hoping this video turns out better. I'm really loving the stargrass to the left, and in the middle of the tank it's really taking off. It's even growing more today. It's just the way it flows in the current just amazes me, and how the fish react to it. I really think the fish feel much more comfortable in this tank with all these plants in here. Obviously I'm going to have to harvest some to regain some negative space so the fish have more room, especially the Vallisneria on the right side. But these guys, the darters, are jumping up in the front. They're not acting like they normally do. The rest of the fish are pretty much acting like they normally do, but they know that I'm here. They want to be fed. And the tank is so much clearer because after I cleaned the glass yesterday and moved the plants around, there was a lot of particle suspension in the water, and you can see the fish much clearer now, so really happy with that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and get a better look at these guys. The river chub is out playing, and he's hanging out with the Greenside Darter. And the satin fins are looking really nice. There's a Silverjaw Minnow. You can see what I mean, how they react, hang out in the plants with the current. And back against the wall there, you can see Fantail Darter, and what he's doing is he is searching the rocks looking for eggs and fry from Satinfin Shiners that have been spawning in the tank. And look at that jumbo Greenside Darter. He's almost 6 inches long, right in the center of the tank. And the one next to him is a pretty good sized darter caught this past fall. And there's Mr. Piggy, my beautiful rainbow darter. I've got several males in here. The beautiful Satinfin Shiners, mountain Redbelly Dace. They're showing their fall coloration, I guess. And you zoom in. My background made of styrofoam. It's kind of in the background now. The plants and the fish are the feature of the tank, which is really the way it should be. The background's supposed to enhance, so I'll lift the light up a little bit so you can see some of that work. I carved it, used dry lock, cement dye, and I used a polygem clear coat and installed it in the tank with lots of silicone glue. Look at this stargrass. Isn't this stuff amazing? I'm just getting a big thrill. And it creates nice little hidey holes. These fish all want to be fed. They always want to be fed. Kind of like me. I love to eat. I love my food. Unfortunately, it shows. I make fun of this big fat Satinfin Shiner, but she's a fish version of me. Look at the belly on her. I promised my wife that I would do whatever it takes to shed some pounds. There's the Vallisneria. It's jungle Vallisneria. Now you can see why. That is a true jungle in a fish tank. Tell me what you think. Should I leave some of that in there? Is it time to harvest? How much should I harvest? Just let me know in the comments. Oh, one more thing about the water stargrass. It's called water stargrass, not river stargrass. I keep messing up. But the back side of it, it is starting to grow, and it's pushing up against the power head, which is okay. I thought about making a screen to help keep it out of, you can buy stuff like it, like mesh, plastic mesh, and I could cut a strip to keep it out of the power head, and then have it grow up it kind of, and maybe cover it up. But I don't know if that would look ugly or not, but that might be a way to hide the power head, to have almost like lattice, like you'd have vines growing lattice. But look at this stuff growing out of the back side of the roots. It is just gonna completely grow up that above that power head. So that might be the solution to hiding that power head. I may wind, and there's a close-up of the other plant that I found. There's some growth on it. That's called curly leaf pondweed. If I try to say the scientific name, I'll probably twist my tongue. The river, sorry, caught myself that time. Water stargrass, I think it's called Heterodontia dubia. I guess that's how you pronounce it. That's a scientific name. It grows in the rivers around here, creates big mats where fish hide. Wherever that stuff grows, there are always fish hiding around it. And you can see why. Creates cover for them. Little micro bugs grow in there and they eat. The fish have plenty to eat. The root systems create little hidey holes for them. And this stuff in the river will grow 4 or 5 feet long, big clumps of it that flow in the current, just like that. And in shallow water, it grows and it reaches the top of the water and it flowers, these little yellow flowers. So I don't know, maybe next summer we'll see some flowering. Maybe the plants are confused and think summer's coming and it'll flower again. We will see. The way it's growing, it doesn't seem to know that winter is coming like it will like it does in the wintertime. All right, the downside is, in the winter down here, I don't run the heat down here. So this tank does not have a heater. It runs on room temperature. And generally, I just let the water temperature go with the flow, no pun intended. So the temperatures can get down into the low 60s, even as low as 60 degrees in the coldest of days. Last year, my plants died off, and I'm starting to think that it wasn't because of the water temperature, because I collected the plants about the same, maybe even earlier in the year, with these same water temperatures, and they did not grow well at all. I don't know if it was the plant tabs I added or the high bio load, or the fact that this tank is just that much more mature than it was a year ago. Could be all of the above, but the plants certainly like it now. So I'm going to do whatever I can to keep them happy and to keep these fish happy. So with that, we will sign off until the next video.